All right, for now, drop one foot down. I want you to cross one leg over the other. We call this stretch the number 4 stretch or thread the needle, and here's why. You're gonna reach underneath this leg and draw it in. You wanna make sure though you have this foot securely over the top. And as you pull that in, push the knee away from you just by activating it. Now if you feel a good stretch right here, you're as far as you need to go. Feel like you could go a little further, you're gonna reach across the top of that knee and pull it in a little bit closer. And if you feel like still I can go a little further, you're gonna reach up, hold onto this leg, and cradle it in. Just don't put any pull or torque on the foot. So we don't need to add any stress to the ankle. Just draw it in. Now with this knee, you're thinking about pushing it out. You may be as far out as you can, but that will activate the piriformis that you're trying to stretch here in your hip. Breathe out, please. Drop those shoulders down into the mat. And then put the foot down. And let's take it to the other side. Cross the ankle over. Push your knee away. Thread the needle just right here. So that's option 1. And you're going to notice right away that one of your legs is much easier than the other. Now, don't compare them. Beyond the point where, okay, one of them probably needs to be stretched just a little bit more, but don't try to force it or baby the other one. So I'm pulling in just a little bit more. This happens to be my tighter leg, very noticeably. The range of motion I have over here is not quite as big. Pull your toe toward the outside of your knee, and then if you want to go further, you certainly can by just pulling it in. I like to keep this leg in the air, so I'm not tempted to push through my foot. I just am doing the pull through the stretch. And the hip, where I'm targeting it. You're holding this for about a minute. And you can do this stretch every day and benefit from it, especially if you're somebody who sits all day and then occasionally you love to over-exercise. That's a bad combination for their hips. And then release, please let that come down. We're gonna stretch the back. We're gonna have you cross your legs, pay attention. You're gonna lift your hips up. Now, my weight is on my left leg. I'm gonna move my hips over to the right and then put them down, or vice versa. And then I'm gonna let my legs fall over, trying to keep my shoulder blades on the ground, falling all the way over, just as far as I'm comfortable. I'm not pushing, just letting gravity do all the work for me. And you're getting a good rotational stretch. If you're keeping your shoulder blades down and allowing your hips to go the other way, there may be for you a stretch through the hip. Might be a more through the lower back, might be further down the leg, and there's no right or wrong answer. It's just where you need the stretch the most. Let it happen. Now keep breathing. Let go. Don't fight it. And the longer you're there, the more your body trusts that you're not going to push. It will let go of those muscles. Good, you're gonna just uncross gently, careful. If that was a big stretch, come back in slowly. Center yourself again, cross the other leg over. You're gonna raise the hips up. I just crossed my left leg over, so I'm moving my hips further to the left before I put them down, and then letting my knees fall to the right. My shoulder blades are both down, open up. I'm looking at the ceiling, feeling a good rotational stretch. It's gonna feel a little different on this side. And again, it could be in your back, in your hip, or in your leg and lower body. Just breathe through that, let it go. I'm gonna hold stretches, longer stretches like this for 15 seconds at the least. And as I mentioned before, holding this one for a minute is actually a really nice gift to yourself. So uncross here, we're gonna keep rolling over, however. So what I'd like you to do from behind is reach back, hold on to a hip or ankle, ideally. You're gonna press your hip down into the ground. Now you can raise the heel up, but more what I want you to do is to push your hip down into the ground and push your foot into your hand. You should feel a stretch through the quadricep or the top of your thigh right here. And then release that tension. Bring it back a little bit further. and then let go. Let's take it to the other side. So you're gonna reach back, find your ankle if you can. You're gonna push your hip down into the floor. Rest your head. Push your heel into your hand as you push the hip down. There's a lot going on here, I know. Keep breathing. And then release the tension and pull that leg a little bit further back. And then relax. Nice job. We're gonna come in to a downward facing dog because it's an excellent shoulder release and a good hamstring stretch as well. So I want you to hold here and I want you to think about really lifting so your tailbone is really up toward the ceiling, but your heels are sinking down. Drop your weight of your head down toward the floor. Crown of your head reaches into the floor, and I want you to open up all fingers. Take weight on the index finger and your thumb. Exhale and send your heels down into the ground and wiggle your toes. So lift them up. And look forward at your hands. You're gonna walk your feet in. Hold right here. And just hang and allow your lower back to drop down. Feel the stretch here. So your head is down, your shoulders are down, and your lower back is just relaxing, but you may feel a small, gentle, just stretch and pull right where you need it. You can bend your knees or straighten them. Drop your hands down, bend your knees. Take your hands to your knees, scoop underneath, and roll through your back.
And then stand tall, press your feet down into the ground, take the crown of your head up and drop your shoulders away from your ears. Nicely done. I'll see you on the flip side.